Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to be with you once again for another Ask the Vicar session. It is an absolutely beautiful Tuesday afternoon. So maybe you are watching me outside or joining us from somewhere where you say you can enjoy the sunshine. Wherever you are viewing us from, do let us know. Also, as always, pop your questions into the comments section down the side, and we'll do our best to answer as many of those as possible. We've had a few come in to the office as normal, so thank you very much for those. We're cracking on those in a second. You might be beginning to digest some of the news that's come in today. That lockdown is going to be eased a little bit further. We will wait a bit later today to hear all the exact things about that. It looks like churches are going to be able to be open in a little while, which is exciting, up to almost 30 people. Not sure what we'll be able to do locally here with that yet, but time remains to be seen what will happen. But it's great that we're going to be able to open up that a little bit more. So as you come online this afternoon, if you are around, do let us know where you're viewing from, and do fire in any questions into the comments section below. We're going to make a start first up with a really interesting question that's coming via email, which is this. She says, I want to challenge somebody in authority, but I want to do it the right way. How do you suggest I go about it? Really, really great question. I think the first one to start with, from a point of view of someone who is in a position of authority, is to say that we all need to be challenged. Leaders, people in leadership positions, are just normal human beings, just like everybody else, and we all make mistakes, we all get things right, we all get things wrong, and lovingly and rightly we need to be challenged on some of the decisions that we make. The Bible is really clear on make sure that everything you do in love, and also to speak the truth in love. And that's always kind of like a bit of a frightening verse to me, because someone comes up to me and says, I'm going to speak the truth to you in love. I'm always kind of sure of, really? Do you really love me? Or do you just have a desire to speak the truth and to try and dress it up in some kind of godly, spiritual language? But that being said, we do, as everyone in authority needs to have needs to be challenged, but done in a loving and a gentle way. So the first way I would seek to do it is to have a one-to-one conversation with that person. Get in touch with them and just say, I'd love to talk to you about this. Now, obviously, kind of in the current time that we are facing at the moment, that's probably going to be done over the phone, or probably, I always kind of think, especially it's going to be changed, I think it's better to do it face-to-face and have that face-to-face conversation over Zoom or FaceTime or something like that, so you can actually see one another. Second thing I would do after arranging the conversation is to be very prayerful about it and just say, Lord, I've got to talk to them about this tricky situation. I think that, I don't know what the issue is, but you may think the leader has done something wrong or made a mistake. So be really prayerful going in and really ask God, when I have this conversation, can I really speak that truth in love and really speak lovingly to that person? Then, as you go into the conversation, do a really important thing. Separate the issue from the person. Separate the issue from the person. What's so important about that is that so often we can think that the decision someone has made is kind of them, that's somehow wrapped up within their personality. Like all leaders, as I said at the beginning, are just broken human beings like all the rest of us who make decisions, some that are right and some that are wrong. And that person is just like you, and they make mistakes too. So really separate the two. And then when you go and see the person, say to them, there's something that's been troubling me a little while. Can I talk to you about it? Explain the whole situation to them. If it's a decision that they've made, something that leader has done, do kind of depersonalize it and say, what do you think about, or have we kind of gone wrong as a church in kind of what we've done? So again, separate it off, and also try and not make that person kind of feel, I say, use kind of we, us kind of language, which will help. If then at the end of that conversation, that leader kind of rejects kind of what you said, kind of puts it to one side, doesn't agree with you, remember two things again. One, again, that person is just a human being, for right or wrong, just trying to make the best decisions they can. Secondly, however we may or think, like, God can't really have done this, God has put that person into that position of authority, and trust God that whatever happens, he's going to bring about the right thing. That one of my favorite verses in the whole Bible is, God works through all things for the good of those who love him, have been called according to his purpose. That's each and every situation. Everything we get right, everything we get wrong, God can use that for your good and our good. So I hope that helps in some way. So first of all, make sure it's a one-to-one conversation to start with. Secondly, be really prayerful about it. Thirdly, hopefully meet that person face to face if you can. So if you can't do it in person yet, do it over Zoom or some kind of other face-to-face online platform. Be really prayerful. Separate the issue from the person. Talk it all through. And then if you still feel really passionate about it afterwards, then future-wise, maybe bring somebody else in to talk to you about it. Maybe kind of increase it sort of to 2 or 3, kind of at a second meeting. And also at the same time, be asking yourself, okay, Lord, guide me in this, what I should do. Okay, so I hope that helps in doing that, because for leadership is it's a challenge. It's a struggle for anyone in a leadership position. Right now, the Bible is really clear to us about praying for our leaders, praying for all those in authority. And you could be thinking from time to time, I think Boris and the government are making a right pig's ear of it. And at times over lockdown, I thought, do you know what? I think they're doing a brilliant job. Or I thought other times, do you know what? I think they're getting this wrong. But boy, oh boy, I would not swap places with the government right now. It is such a challenging job. And what I must do is to pray for them, that they get more right than they get wrong. And even if they get things wrong, that knowing that God is in it completely and can work through every situation. So if you're just joining us now, let us know where you're watching us from. Do let us have your questions in the comments section down the side. Lovely to get into some more questions if you've got some coming in this afternoon. I did a thought for the day earlier on, just about friendship. Hope you've been able to catch that one, because I've really been reflecting in the last kind of 2 weeks just on the real importance of friendship and just being able to sit back and relax with other people and to chat and to chew the fat and just to enjoy and to do life with people, which suddenly is one of those freedoms that we've really lost. And so really in this time, be really protective of your friendships. Whenever that day comes, when social distancing has completely gone, think about how you can just deepen those friendships all the more. Think about ways, again, you can do that before then. Again, I guess most of us are doing these things anyway, but just regular phone calls. Tell your friends how much you appreciate them. Thank God for them, because they're a gift. There are so many lonely people in our society. I was just watching a video clip earlier that was made about 2 or 3 years ago now, but even then it was talking about the subject of loneliness. And there are so many lonely people in life. And in that video, a lot of people didn't know how to solve the issue when they felt lonely. And right now, 3 years on in lockdown, there are more and more people feeling lonely, and to realize that friendship is such a God-given gift. So be so just incredibly thankful for your friends. And if you haven't connected with them for a while through lockdown, make that a priority over the next couple of weeks to be in touch with them and to talk to them again and tell them how much you appreciate them. Okay, another question that came in before is this, is that I'm scared of what the world is going to be like when we finally come out. I don't do change very well, and how am I going to be able to cope? That's from an anonymous person who's sent that in. Thank you so much for that question. Thing is, I don't think, honestly, many of us do change very well. And I think we all need to realize that when we come out, and we're going to come out gradually and in stages, as is happening already, that the world will be different in some ways. Some things will go back to how they were before, and other things won't. But almost in the way that we're going to be sort of let out, in inverted commas, gently and slowly, be really kind to yourself and reconnect quickly with the things that you know will be the same. I guess kind of talking about kind of friendships, family. Spend time putting in those base friendships, those base relationships, those things that are so kind of intrinsic to us. I would put in with that hugely, and I talked about this again in the thought for the day earlier, is about there's this wonderful verse in Proverbs 18:24 that says, there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother, and God calls you and I friends. So come really, really quickly to God in prayer and saying, and just kind of bring that kind of before God and say, God, I'm worried. I'm worried about what is going to be different. I don't do change very well. Help me overcome that change. God is going to be with us each and every step of the way as we go into the new world, whatever this is going to look like, and trust him in that. And he will really, really carry you through. So go one step at a time. Things will be different. Some of them will be different for a good thing, for a good reason. Some of them will be kind of maybe negative in the new kind of world, the new normal that we will eventually find ourselves in. But trust God, walk with him, and walk with family and friends as you do that, and take it slowly. And the truth is, know this, you are not alone. So many people are in this position. So many people are fearful about the future. I'm apprehensive about the future. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Nobody does. But just trust God and walk with him through it. And as you go one step at a time, everything becomes so much less scary. I think kind of alongside that, we're all fearful. We are all fearful people in different ways. We all fear various things and never suffer, again, in silence. In linking that with your friends, talk to people about it. Talk about your apprehension. Pick up the phone to people, because as you do that, you'll find that we are all in this together, and we're all struggling with what's ahead. Another great question that's come in. I think maybe I've answered this before, kind of in future weeks. What is the first thing you are going to do when social distancing ends? And for me, I'm going to now take that word social at the beginning and just add ising. I'm going to do a lot of socializing. It's just literally spending time with people again, with friends I haven't been able to see, family I haven't been able to spend quality one-to-one physical contact time with, just to build up, that foundation of life again. I'm also really looking forward to actually getting away and spending time with God, because I found that a really difficult thing to do in lockdown. It's quite a noisy, wonderful household to be a part of, but there's so much noise and activity going on. So getting some time alone with God, out in the open, to be still and to listen and to pray, because that's, for me, is the vital thing of life, and to really ask God to fill me and to support me kind of in the weeks and months ahead into this new world that we'll find ourselves in. Okay, that's all the questions that we've had in today. If there's any others to come in, just give you a few seconds just to pop those into the comments section. And if not, we will do it all again next week for Ask the Vicar. Thank you for those who sent questions in this week. I know a number of you can't watch this live, but look back on the the answers later. So I hope in some way they've helped you to navigate the road ahead and the different things that are going on. Good questions just come in from Derek. Will I be able to meet sheltered people? That will all depend, Derek, on the advice. We meet as local vicars every Wednesday over Zoom, and so I'll wait to hear what my direct boss says about that tomorrow, but I would assume so in some way. But yeah, very, very good question. Now that they're beginning to relax the need for people to be so sheltered. So hopefully, Derek, but I will be able to report back more fully on that in the next couple of days. So we kind of wait to see. It'd be great to see you, Sarah. It's been a very, very long time indeed. Okay, any other questions? Just going to pop in, give you kind of another few moments, and then I'll leave you all to go and enjoy this amazing sunshine that we've got today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this afternoon, and maybe if you're catching this later in the day, later this week, hope it's been of some help to you as well. So we'll be back again next Tuesday. There'll be more thoughts for the day through this week, and we'll be back again as church household at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. Join us live on here. We have got beer and Bible for the guys tonight on Zoom. So if you want to do ask guys if you'd like to join that, we'll let you have the Zoom code. We've got the prayer meeting on Thursday in the same way. Various other youth events that are going on as well, so do get involved in those if you can. Until then, enjoy the sunshine, have a brilliant rest of Tuesday, and we'll see you again all very soon. God bless.